They soon found themselves lamenting the end of the White Australia policy. From there, it was just a quick skip to Muslims rorting the NDIS.
A lot of people come into Australia purely for the welfare system.
And the media trying to say that's a lie are delusional. G'day everyone, so the mainstream media is freaking out at the moment. They're attacking Pauline Hanson for going to speak to Tommy Robinson in the UK about what's happening over there with immigration, all the problems that they're suffering from, so she can relate and see where Australia is heading. And they did an interview and the mainstream media is freaking out. They cannot handle it. All of them are posting clickbait titles saying Pauline Hanson wants White Australia. Pauline Hanson's sad White Australia ended. All stuff like that. And they all posted at the exact same time. ABC, SBS, Channel 7, Channel 10, Channel 9. What a coincidence that all the mainstream media start posting that Pauline Hanson wants White Australia. And I'm going to show you this news one here. There's plenty to watch. But we'll watch this one, react to it, and then we'll show you Pauline Hanson's response, because she has responded to this, because this complete propaganda is out of control. So let's see why they're saying Pauline Hanson wants the White Australia.
Well, Pauline Hanson has been accused of smearing Muslim Australians by claiming they come here to exploit the NDIS.
That's a smear of Pauline Hanson. She's clearly saying that people come here to rort the system for benefits. That's just a fact.
The One Nation leader has been in London catching up with her long-term admirer, the British anti-Islam agitator Tommy Robinson.
Well, it was a meeting of the minds and conspiracy theories, most of them hostile to immigrants and to Muslims in particular.
Conspiracy theory. Will this news station mention Tommy Robinson helping expose that over 250,000 women and children in England have been raped by these people? By these gangs? Will they even mention that? No, they won't say that because that goes against their agenda. They're fucking sick, these people.
I am sat in London. I have the great pleasure of meeting a lady I've looked up to for years.
There was a time Australians went to London for the West End shows. Now you're no one if you're not swinging hands with Tommy Robinson, even if it didn't end so well for Carl Stefanovic.
I just sat down with a gentleman last week. What's his name? Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Done an interview. He lost his job by the time he walked out the door.
And that's when you know there's an agenda and mass control where just for speaking to someone as a journalist, you get fired. That's crazy.
But no sign of nerves for Senator Hanson. They soon found themselves lamenting the end of the White Australia policy.
What is the immigration policy of Australia? How have you ended up with Pakistanis, Somalis, all of these African problems with violent Africans? I've seen some crazy videos.
Yeah, well, it started in 1973 with Gough Whitlam. So they opened up and got rid of the White Australia policy. Then they started bringing in the different migrants.
From there, it was just a quick skip to Muslims rorting the NDIS.
So, wait up. Hold up. He was asking the history of Australia's immigration. So she's explaining it and how different people have immigrated there and how laws have changed. And because she's explaining it to someone who lives overseas, what's happened, they say she is lamenting White Australia, meaning you have great sadness that it's over. Like, what a complete manipulation. He literally asked what has happened. And you cannot disagree with what Tommy said. I mean, how many machete attacks are daily? That's not our culture. That's not Australian culture. I live in Melbourne. There's machete attacks non-stop. The news wants to pretend that doesn't exist. Like, back in the old day, that would be breaking news. That would be an outrage. And now it's like a daily occurrence. It's just, the manipulation makes me sick. He just asked, what's the history of your immigration, how it's changed? So she's explaining the history. She says, White Australia. She says one word, then they cut away and says, oh, they're lamenting, they're mourning over not having White Australia. She never said anything like that. He never said anything like that. She was just explaining how immigration has changed over the years in Australia. Like, it's ridiculous.
A lot of people come into Australia purely for the welfare system.
And the media trying to say that's a lie are delusional.
Or to get on our NDIS.
Is there any way of finding out the nationality of those people or the origin of
A lot
countries?
of them are ripping the system off, who are a lot from the Muslim areas.
Yep.
And they're getting on the scheme.
Look at Lakemba. I'll show you this clip here of how many NDIS providers are in Lakemba alone.
We're currently at Bankstown, where there's a bunch of NDISs in this one little suburb, little town here.
There's like literally 60 in like a 2-block radius. Also, the amazing thing is this map is only registered providers, and apparently registered providers are only 6% of the total. So just think of this, right? Like there are so many in this 5-block radius, and just think about like this is literally just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, so just in Lakemba alone, which is right next to Bankstown, there's 1,300 NDIS providers, and that means 1 in 13 people are currently running one. Think about how crazy that is. That to me is a potential misuse of our taxpayer dollars. There's literally 6 NDIS providers on this one sign. Why would there be this many NDISs in one building is the question.
So that was Drew and Pete there exposing the NDIS scammers, and it just paints a picture. It's the reality of what's going on, and these news people, these stupid woke white people, will let their country get destroyed because they don't want to be called racist.
For the record, migrants to Australia are subject to strict health checks as part of the visa process.
Do they though? Do they? Because we seem to let anyone in.
Senior immigration sources have told 10 News Plus arriving with any condition allowing immediate access to the NDIS would require a rare ministerial waiver.
Yeah, but they work together. They get here. They know people who are the providers, and they get it. Like, why are you acting like that doesn't exist? And a lot of them don't have health conditions. They are the scammers themselves. They will set up the NDIS business and scam with fake invoices, as it's all been exposed. I don't have to say alleged. Lots of them have done this.
It's baseless.
But the senator...
It's baseless. It's baseless. These people are insane.
...was on a roll.
But it is quite known that in the Muslim streets, you've got quite a lot in that street who are on the NDIS scheme. So we know that it's actually happening, but a lot of people will do it and they're ripping off the system.
Well, clearly they're wrong. They are just outright racist.
The evidence...
You're racist for pointing out facts. You're racist if you question anyone who's scamming Australians' taxpayer money and disabled people.
I have doesn't suggest any change in the proportion of people by way of nationality or religious background in terms of their enrolment with the NDIS. I think
so. They keep rambling on. That just shows you the manipulation of the mainstream media. As you see it there, they just mention White Australia, and somehow that means they're mourning for it. Why Tommy was asking for a history lesson on the immigration changes in Australia. So of course that's going to come up. That's what's happened. So like, how ridiculous is this? And then they try to act like there's no scammers on the NDIS. Mate, that ship is sailed. That ship is sailed. Everyone knows what's going on with the NDIS. Everyone knows. Whether you're into politics, into news, into anything, everyone knows about it now. But Pauline Hanson responded to this, because I could show you clip after clip after clip of the news doing this to Pauline, calling her racist, saying she wants White Australia, and there's no evidence showing that. So let's see what she had to say about it.
Well, I'm in London about to attend a dinner, but I had to bring to your attention the comments by the Sydney Morning Herald and The Guardian. You know those two leftist organisations that want to try and destroy myself and One Nation and discredit me? There are false allegations that I wanted to introduce the White Australia policy. Not the case. Never ever have I advocated that, and I don't believe in it as well. Yes, I've been strong on immigration, bringing the right people in the country in a measured way, and people who want to assimilate and be Australians.
Yep.
Do I want people from certain countries that want to wear the burqa? No. What about those marrying their cousins? No.
Exactly.
Sharia law? No.
And why do these wokies push for that? That's because that's what they're pushing for and calling you racist when you go against it. It's just common sense.
Child marriages? No.
No.
So I will advocate that. How do you feel about it?
I 100% agree, Pauline, and thank you for having the confidence to sticking up for our values, our morals as a country, as Australians together. People have always come here to immigrate to become Australian, and now they're trying to get other cultures here that want to change Australia and call us racist for pointing that out and not changing. It's absolutely ridiculous. We want our Australian pride back. We love our country, and we will not be getting changed for this radical woke agenda, this globalist agenda. But But comment down below what you think. Like this video. Join to be a member if you want to show some extra support. It means a lot to me. Make sure you join the live streams on YouTube nearly every single night. And I'll see you in the next video.